Hello and welcome to Star Trek Infinite. In this video, we are going to outline how to accelerate your research. Now, before we begin, there's one very important thing that you might have missed, and that is when you're researching technology, you want to align traits of your scientist with the research type. So you see here we have plus 2%, plus 7, plus 2%. The reason this is plus 7% and not plus 2% off the bat is given the trait. So here, Parla here has an automatic plus 5% research speed from that perspective. Now, when I say align traits, you can see here when you're selecting it, there are different traits. So we're just taking a look here, and it looks like we have Voidcraft. So we're going to switch out Parla and Kidna after we select Voidcraft. So let's go ahead, select Voidcraft, which is a trait. So standardized Ferric schematics. You can see this is plus 2%, but we're going to swap these out, which you can freely do so, right? And now you can see we're at 22% because we get the extra bonus that she has at baseline of plus 5% plus another 15%. So plus 22%, that's 20% faster than if we did not align the different traits. So you can't always do this. I do recommend you try to the best of your ability. That is also something you want to consider when you are recruiting in a new potential scientist when you do that, is looking at their traits. Now, there are a few other things you can do to increase research speed. So here we have actual research AI, right? And when this is done, we're going to get an automatic plus 5 across the board, which is nice. So keep an eye out for those research speed items that you can research that will permanently upgrade the speed of research. The other thing that you can do here is also build research stations. So keep that in mind. While I early game prioritize resources, you are going to want to build research stations to help augment your research produced, which will in turn allow you to research things quicker. The other thing that you'll be able to do on planets that you colonize is actually build structures that assist with research. Keep that in mind, though, that this does come at a cost. So, for example, research laboratories will turn mineral ore into research points or the resource, which will accelerate your research at the cost of decreasing your minerals. So, you definitely want to build a few of these if you have a surplus of minerals to help augment your research. Finally, there are different traditions, if we go to our traditions tab here, that you can do to help augment research. I happen to be using the Romulans as an example, and that is because under their faction type here, for long game, you get a permanent plus 10% research bonus, which is fantastic. Now, if you do opt for the research tradition tree here, down here, procedural rigor will allow you to have a plus 5% bonus to research speed, which is also helpful. One item to note here, scientific enlightenment, all scientists gain an additional trait. This is especially helpful because they might gain multiple traits to specialize in different areas. Although sometimes those traits might be potentially negative or it might just be lifespan um, extending adjustments, which won't help you with your research. So that is how you accelerate your research speed in Star Trek Infinite. If you did go on to find this video helpful, please be sure to drop a thumbs up. I hope to see you in future videos. Also, be sure to comment if I missed anything obvious. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again.